Hey dudes, it's PDubs, and on today's episode, we're going to be looking at Space Invaders Infinity Gene. That's right, this game came out 12 years ago. That's right, 2010. Taito reached out to Square Enix and said, hey man, we want to do some kind of revamped version of Space Invaders for our 30th anniversary, and this is what they came up with, an insane shooting game with all kinds of evolving stages, evolving weapons, and just evolving gameplay mechanics. This console game was released on the iOS, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Android, all back in 2010 and 2011. And now we have it on the iiRcade. It's available in their store for $9.99, and we're going to play it on our Space Invaders cabinet. One of the coolest features, and of course unique to the iiRcade's version of this game, is the online leaderboards. You press the Z button from the main screen when launching the game. You'll see your rank at the very top of the list, your score, as well as the top 100 ranks of people who have played the game. These online leaderboards are super sweet. You'll see yourself in the middle of the pack, or if you're not in the top 100, at least you'll see your score at the very top of the screen and what your current rank is. Again, these online leaderboards are a huge win and a reason to play these games on these arcade machines from all these companies that we keep buying. Also, from this same screen, you can hit the C button to enter the settings, and if you wanted to add any kind of scan lines, as well as to adjust the darkness of those scan lines, totally up to you. They got tons of options available here. Since this is a console game made in 2010, I really don't think it needs scan lines, so I'm going to leave those off myself. Once you launch the game, you'll notice on the main menu there's a bunch of options. Let's kind of run through these from the bottom up. Obviously, the very bottom option is to quit game. One option above that is graphics, and you can scroll through 15 different custom pieces of original artwork or graphics, highlighting the various ships and bosses that are in the game. Moving up a spot, they got a background music player. This is where you can adjust what background music you want to hear playing, and they have a ton of options. If you Google and look up this game, you'll see this has a soundtrack of like 50 some different songs, all built into this game. The soundtrack is really badass, and you can tinker with this if you want. Me, I really don't want to tinker with this because the music changes as you go. Every level's got different music, and I just like the way it flows. You can also navigate up to the options, and when you click on the options, you can change some various settings, such as, hey, do you want auto fire on or off? But technically, you can just hold down the A button and you'll auto fire anyway, starting on like level 2. You could adjust all the different effects and things like that, difficulty levels, etc. All your basic gameplay stuff. Moving up a spot, you can access the high scores. Now, this will show you your local high scores for the score attack mode, which is the only game mode that tracks high scores. If you're playing the campaign storyline mode, that doesn't track high scores. It's only that one particular gameplay option. You could also hit the button to access the global scores, and you'll notice that you now have access to all the iiRcade integrated leaderboards, which is pretty cool. Score attack mode, again, that is the gameplay mode where you will compete for high scores on the local machine as well as online global leaderboards, and play game is simply the campaign storyline mode. Now, score attack mode is like an arcade mode where you start at the very first level with basically no bonuses or special weapons, and you have to play as far as you can until all your lives are spent and score as many points as possible. But every time you die, when it's game over, you gotta start over at the very beginning level. Whereas in the play game or campaign story mode, that is an ongoing game where if you, let's say you die at level 4-2, stage 4-2, you can pick up right where you left off at stage 4-2 and continue on until you beat the storyline. Now, the opening stages, levels 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, you kind of play in this more traditional black and white Space Invaders setting. And you saw the colorful genes that you have to collect, and the more you collect, the stronger your weapons get. Every time you beat a level, it'll tell you your max chain, max score, did you set a high score, and then you'll notice that the game evolves. Every single stage, the game evolves further, unlocking additional weapons, such as, I now have missiles and lasers to choose from, but I moved too fast there, sorry about that. Different effects, different moves, different lasers, different weapons, etc. It's pretty cool stuff. Whether you're playing the arcade score attack mode or the campaign storyline mode, the game will continue to evolve the further you go, and damn near seizure-inducing levels will show up, so be wary of that as well. I mean, these levels are pretty intense, bright, colorful, and all kinds of crazy music. And of course, the sound coming out of the JBL Harman Audio EFX software-enabled speakers on the iiRcade Gold Edition is absolutely killer. So for the rest of the video, let me give you my final thoughts and some gameplay. This game retails for $9.99 in the iiRcade store. This game is also available on other consoles and platforms, but the question is, should we consider buying it on the iiRcade? What I can tell you is from an arcade experience, this game does deliver a great arcade experience on the iiRcade, and this is the kind of stuff I've been screaming for a year for iiRcade to get on their system to separate themselves from other in-home commercial arcade companies in this market, to deliver something different and unique in this space. This is the kind of stuff I want to see on their system. Modern arcade titles. Would love to see the Atari Recharge series, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff, make their way to this platform soon. I think this is a great game and a great addition to their lineup. I'm really digging this game, man. I'm really digging it. I think it's $9.99 well spent. And if anyone tells me they can play it for free elsewhere or whatever, well, guess what, dude? Every single game that every home arcade company in this space has released, I could play for free. But the question is, are we willing to spend our money to play it on their arcade machines? And this is one that I'm willing to do so. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your final thoughts, reactions. What do you think about Infinity Gene? Leave me those comments, reactions below. Give us a thumbs up on the way out if you enjoyed the video, and thank you for subscribing. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay.